Hey, welcome everybody. What I want to do today was just show you a very, very different way of looking at certain things in your business. And I've got my good buddy Laith here. And what we've done here at Salwell is we've created a really unique partnership. And we're going to be talking about virtual assistants, VAs, remote type workers today. And for those that know me, know that this has always been something that's been a little bit on the love it or hate it type scenario. Because historically, when we think of a VA in this industry, a lot of people look at it as an inside sales agent, someone that's going to follow up leads, do certain things along those lines. And it's always been something that I've avoided through one thing, which is if there's something coming into my business that's going to generate an opportunity, I want to be the first person that talks to them. And generally, when we hire people for these roles, they're more looking for people that want to do business today. This is not what we're talking about. And the reason why I want Laith to share what he's doing with it at Assistantly is this model is designed to help you be more effective in what you do in your business by hiring the right people for the right positions. And when I sort of say that, I want to kind of reword it, which is this is about hiring not a person, but a position. And ideally, when we've got the ideal job role, hiring somebody for that role comes with conditions on what that person's being able to do. And I think this is one of the greatest things that I've seen in many years, because it solves one of the biggest problems that we have in this business as realtors, which is time. How do we get the right time doing the right things? So without me waffling on for too long, I want to introduce you to Laith. He's the owner of Assistantly, and I want to give him an opportunity to give you a bit of an insight into what this company is and how it can assist you helping you grow your business.
Awesome. Thank you for the awesome introduction, Aaron. Again, it's super excited to be on here, and provide value to everyone that listens to this. But, what Assistantly's primary focus is, especially in the real estate, sector, is to, generate more time, reduce stress, save money, right? Those are the three simple things. As a real estate agent, it's like a Monday to Sunday thing. It's like, 8 to 8, you're kind of doing a little bit of everything from like selling, obviously, which is the most important. A lot of the administrative time-consuming tasks on the back end. You're trying to figure out your marketing. So you're kind of the jack of all trades, which is really hard to grow and scale your real estate business when you're doing a little bit of everything. And to be completely honest, you're probably not great at doing everything either, right? So when, we work with a lot of real estate brokers, a lot of real estate professionals, and what we typically see, the first role in which they hire is somebody in the admin operations type of role, because anytime you hire somebody in admin operations, that's typically is to help you save time. Pretty simple, whether it's CRM management, listing coordination, email and calendar management, scheduling of showings. There's a lot of those administrative tasks, paperwork management, signatures. I could go on and name a list, a list of like 15 different tasks, but I think a lot of people get the idea. While you're out conversating with clients, prospects, it's really important to have somebody in the back end just making sure things stay afloat, especially, when it comes down to those operational type roles.
Let me ask you a couple of questions while you're in that Laith, because I feel like this is something I want everybody to understand, because like I said, most people that know me know this is an area that I don't normally promote because of generally the way we look at it. And so as I'm listening to you talk about that, the operational side of it, can you give me a quick walk through what the onboarding process is? Because generally, most of the challenges, people don't know what they need. And I know the relationship that we have with you, with the clients we're working with, we actually create the job description and then send that through to you. So what's your onboarding process? An agent comes to you today and says, look, I'm really struggling. I probably not in the position where I could hire a full-time person, which, in some cases isn't the right way to go. But what's the onboarding process? How do you get to the bottom of what they need and how do you implement that?
Yeah, great question. So, the good thing about Salwell, obviously, is that, they're really well put together. So they'll actually help craft that job description. We also do that for our clients, but I know Salwell also has, specific roles in which they can map out. But once we gather the job description, it's not like we just have like a pool of just, random VAs waiting for a job. We're very specific for the client. So, depending on the type of tasks, the tools and platforms, maybe you use a specific CRM or a specific transaction coordination software, whatever it may be, we're really specific on our clients and what they need for that role. All our team members, they have 3 to 5 years experience in their skill set at the bare minimum. So these are experienced, real estate professional virtual assistants or, virtual team members that have been in the industry for a while, know these types of tools and platforms, know these types of tasks. So when we get that job description, it's pretty quick, man. It's within 3 to 5 days you receive candidates sent to your email. It's going to have a PDF resume. We require all our candidates to do video resumes. I think video resumes are extremely important, so you could see the way they talk about their experience, but also one of the biggest questions I get is, communication skills, right? And communication skills is something that we vet for before we even get into the experience. But it's cool. You click play, you watch about a minute and a half, and you see if that person's the right fit. Again, we send you 3, so you can interview all 3. You can interview 1 of them, 2 of them. It's however many you like. Once you decide, hey, I want to interview Kate, Jack, and Johnny, we set up the interviews on our back end. You just pick a time. Hey, I want to interview Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We set all that up. You just show up. We'll have the candidates ready. It's typically around like 30 minutes per candidate that you get an interview. Could be less, could be more. Again, completely up to the questions that you prepare. And we help mediate that meeting. So it's not like we just say, hey, go meet with Kate, Jack, and Johnny. Let us know how it goes. Like, we're sitting there mediating the meeting. It's more comfortable that way.
Yeah.
After you interview and you pick somebody that you said, hey, Kate seems like an awesome fit for my operationals role that I'm looking to hire, we will go ahead and onboard you. Now, like, stopping at onboarding, whether it's a virtual assistant, as you know, Aaron, United States-based team member, onboarding is like one of the most important steps of hiring somebody. And like, we take that to heart, like at Assistantly, where, we'll make sure that, we'll outline goals and expectations, tools and platforms access, communication, what are your KPIs, daily role and tasks. Like, we outline everything in the onboarding. That way we can onboard both you and your team member for success. And then going forward, we're your support arm, so, every client gets a client success manager. If they have any questions, they want to upgrade, maybe, if they need a replacement, just let's say worst comes to worst, they need a replacement, switch on and then off. We could get you a replacement within 48 hours. It's one of our guarantees here at Assistantly. On the back end, every VA or team member gets a team member success manager, making sure that they clock in, clock off, performance success monitoring, checking in with them, because I want both sides to feel supported, right? Like, obviously, I want to support our clients, but I really want to support our team members, because if we support them, they'll support our clients very, very well.
I love that. Love that. It just really fills that gap for me. Is like, that I think, being doing this as long as I have, that's always the biggest challenge of hiring. Is most of us, one, we don't know what we need. We're just busy, so we want to hire a body for the sake of having a body, and it also becomes the biggest mistake that we make. And that's kind of why this has become such an attractive thing for me, because ultimately all we really need to do is find more hours in the day to be more productive, and this kind of gives us the real avenue of doing it. I do love the fact that this is more on the support driven side of things, which gives us more hours, and we shouldn't be paying virtual people to actually be the money generator. They need to be the person that gives us the ability to get out and do more. So, I think this is an incredible opportunity for people. Is there any sort of roles that you don't touch, Laith? Is it anything operational, or are there certain roles that you don't touch?
No, we primarily focus on admin, operations, executive assistant type roles. Marketing, is another one that we work on quite heavily. But the one that we used to work on that I no longer work on, because I'm also not I think that's where Aaron and I are very aligned, is that inside sales agent role. I don't touch it. Again, I used to, and it just never really worked very well, because I've always been a believer that the agent should be the one conversating with prospects and clients. And again, it's your business at the forefront, so you should be the one communicating, right? So just stick like just somebody random and say, hey, go contact my prospects and generate me appointments. One, I think that you need to show off for yourself, and two, if we were doing that, I'd probably take a percentage of the commission if we close the deal, right?
But you're also basing that role on conversion, not on performance, and I feel like that's where things could get a little confusing. It's like, if you hire an inside sales agent, you're only going to look at them based on their conversion, and the conversion's only going to be so good based on their knowledge and skills in the market. And that's the one thing that produces the income for us as agents, our ability to get in front of people and convert. The thing that doesn't allow us to do that very often is the fact that we're generally our own administrators as well. Now, whether you're an individual agent, whether you're a large team, all of these things kind of fit in. And I know we've got a lot of opportunities with individual agents who love the strategy, teams that really are looking for more operational support. But also, we're in a market now where fixed costs can become a little bit of an issue. And I think the reason why this has become so attractive for me is hiring an assistant, somebody that's in person, someone that you're going to have in your business, is a very, very large commitment. One, from financially, but also for the fact that everything you do is tied to that one individual. And the thing that I find this incredibly valuable is the fact that we're hiring for a role. And if that person in that role isn't effective and isn't sort of gelling with you, have the ability to replace it. And then you don't have all the costs associated with trying to hire somebody, bring another body in, all the onboarding. And the quicker we can get people up to speed, the quicker we can actually get the results. So for me, I find this process and the experiences that we've had with it, you get results a lot faster. One, because the onboarding is a lot quicker. You generally have someone that's a lot more up to speed on a faster note to get you the results that you want. And because we are focusing on the operational side of it, that gives you instantly more hours to go out and do what you need to do. And I in my head, I'm sitting there thinking, it's like you're going to be my business manager, Laith. You're going to manage my team, just let me go do whatever I want to do. And I think ironically, that's how I want people to think about this. If you could have somebody ensuring that your team was doing the right thing, holding them accountable to the hours that they're working, doing the jobs you're put in front of them, how could you screw that up? So I think this is why I wanted to get in front of this, Laith. And I think everybody should at least research this. I mean, if you're at that point in your career right now where you need more hours in the day, you're really looking at really upping your volume, being a lot more productive on what you do. Or maybe you're somebody in this business that is exactly where you want to be financially, but you need some more time with the family. You need some more time at home. This is where this can become an absolute great add to your business as well. So trust me, I've done a lot of research. I've spent a lot of time with Laith. What you see is what you get. It's not one of those cheesy things. This thing is absolutely incredible value, and I encourage everybody, get some time on the phone with Laith. Have a look at what those opportunities could be for you in your business, because as we move into this shifting market, the more hours you have, the more production you're going to get. And I just think this is an incredible thing, Laith. You've made me a believer, my friend. I've spent a lot of time with you trying to find reasons why this wouldn't work. I can't find them. And like I said, we've had some really good experiences with people that have just said this thing is one of the best things that they've ever done, because you're not committed to the one person. If the attitude changes, life changes, things happen, things move on, you don't get that issue. And I've actually just run into a couple of clients lately who have had long-standing team members that they love, that they can't live without, who are now going through life changes, having families, moving, and that just puts so much unrest in the business. Now, I love the relationship of it, but the business can't be at the mercy of one individual. And so if your operational side of things can be tied up in a network like this, it is going to be a game changer, and especially the way that our industry is moving. So anything else, little tidbits you want to share, Laith, that could really sort of help people get a better understanding of what you do?
Yeah, no, I mean, I always encourage people, schedule a call. I mean, we do one-on-ones with our clients. It's not like, we just give you a sign-up form and we just hope for the best, right? We actually consult with you as well, right? We actually have a conversation, understand your pain points, how we were able to generate you more time. What are those tasks that you're working on that you're like, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. I have to go to a showing and then go do a signature, and then my CRM that I've never touched, that I've been paying for 2 years. So a lot of agents are like, their head is spinning, and I just want to get you focused. That way you focus on what you do best, and then we can handle more of the rest of the administrative and operational type of things in your business. So the calls are pretty straightforward. Just schedule 15-30 minutes. We got a conversation. We understand kind of what you need. And then I guess two things, or one thing, but that's really important that we didn't mention is, Aaron mentioned in the beginning, but we have two options, right? I always encourage people to hire somebody full-time. I think that's where you get the most output out of a team member. But again, if you want to start somebody off part-time for your business, we offer that flexibility and an option of part-time for only 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. So, I think everybody should at least have an executive assistant at the bare minimum, right? So I encourage, especially in 2024, that you look and go, hey, I should really hire somebody as my right-hand person. I should hire an EA ops person and get this going, because it's only going to help. It's not going to hurt.
And it's interesting too, because I always find that most people don't know what they need till they've got someone actually doing it for them. And a lot of the people that I know that have utilized your services have started, with a part-time person because that's what they thought they needed, and very, very quickly it's a full-time operation. So there is that feel-out phase, and it's a big commitment to go down the route of bringing somebody onto your team. And I know personally that was always the hardest thing for me, is who do I trust? Who am I going to bring on? But you're hiring a person, not a position. And I think this for me gives it the other direction, where you're hiring a position to really help you grow. And I think it's incredible. So that's the one thing I want everybody to really get from today is, doing your research, understanding what your options are is really, really important. So if you are in that framework right now where you're considering expanding your team, you're looking for more operational support, marketing, TC, it doesn't matter what it is, any part of your business that drains the hours out of your day from being productive, I encourage you, get on a phone call with Laith, understand exactly what that opportunity is, because it may not be today, but in 6 months' time, it could be the most valuable thing that you actually know how to do. Pre-plan, because as this market starts to shift, things aren't going to happen as quickly. We're going to need a little bit more time. We're going to have a lot more listing strategy periods we're going through. We're going to need some more support. So first time you're ever going to hear these words come out of my mouth, but I do believe a VA is a very, very important thing in your business from this standpoint, because this is a man that's doing it right. And I'm encouraging all of my agents to review it, have a look at it, and understand how it can make them more productive. And me being a coach, the one thing I need more than anything from anybody is more time so they can go out and do what they do. And this absolutely provides it to you. So I will share all Laith's contact information as well. If you want to reach out, highly encourage. He's a great guy to talk to as well. So you can great time to catch up and have a good chat. Nice and local. He's here in Orange County with us. So feel free, reach out anytime. You will not be sorry that you did. So Laith, I appreciate your time, my friend, and really looking forward to doing more business with you.